So this is the next area that we're going to have to work on. That's just going to be a real mess. It's going to take a lot of work in here. So we'll just kind of walk through and see what all needs to be done. And this will take some time. So there'll probably be a number of update videos about how things are going. But we've got a few decent trees here. And then just a whole lot that need to go. Just right off the bat here, we've got these two trees next to a very large, healthy tree. So those will have to go. And then we step in and now we start to see the real mess. So many trees packed together. Same thing over here. And this goes for quite a ways. Lots of little trees in here. Get down low so maybe we can see just better how many little trees are in there. Let me come back this way. And it goes on. Couple of down trees that are gonna have to get cleaned up, but just all these teeny tiny trees down in here, they have to go. Not looking forward to tackling this mess, but has to be done. I mean, it's so thick in here. Get in closer and you can get an idea. There's no way you can walk around in here. And all these little trees, none of them will be of any value ever. They're too densely packed. So they all have to go. Lots of trees over in here. It's just a mess, but it'll just take some time and a lot of work, and we'll get it all cleaned up, and it'll be very nice looking when we're done. But until then, it's going to be a mess. And even getting the deer with the chipper in here is going to be a little bit of a difficult thing. There's a lot of stuff in the way. So gonna have to do some prep work so I can get the deer in. All right. Well, we'll get a progress report later on. All right. Well, finally got this area cleared. Got all the trees cut down. And this was, of course, a very heavy area that you saw in the earlier part of the video. So I just want to do a quick walk through here and show you what it looks like after a lot of work. And I had some help for a number of days from one of my brothers and my son. So big thanks to them. And just a quick stop here. We got some nice, very purple Oregon grape down here. And some Oregon grape over here. Oregon grape's gonna like having a little more sun. And so now an area that one could not even walk through, one can very easily walk through it. And I just finished the last of the cutting. I cut down 9 trees today, this morning. It's a hot day, it's July. So the chainsaw work is done for the day. I did that in the morning. And tomorrow, all I have left to do is to clean up the debris from 9 trees. So if you want to see what 9 trees worth of debris for the wood chipper looks like, this is it. I'll back up here a bit so we can get a better view of, and of course none of these are huge trees, at the base. I think there were a couple that were maybe more than 6 inches. And also some of the trees that I didn't cut down, I did do some limbing. So there's some limbs from trees there. And some of those limbs were as big as some of the very small trees I was cutting. Like right here. This is a limb from a tree right here. So it's, good sized limb. So tomorrow morning, while it's nice and cool, we'll chip that pile and get that into the trailer and spread out. And this tree over here with the pink ribbon on it, that pink ribbon denotes the northernmost boundary for our work area. So I'm right up to the boundary. And this looks so much better. Walk around the edge here a bit. And there were some down trees that had a lot of limbs coming up. I'll probably just leave this tree behind. There's still some good amount of debris down around in here that I'm just going to leave. But yeah, there's a lot of trees have been cut down. So yeah, all that's left of this area is that pile to chip, and then I'll move on to the next big mess that looks a lot like this. And once again, we kept all the ground cover intact. Real easy on the land, not tearing it up. And this bearberry that's down here, let me show you this little patch right down here. This bearberry works really well at holding moisture for the soil. The other week, my wife had put out some pillows to air out, and she just dropped them down on some of that bearberry. And when she picked up the pillows, the bottom were a little bit moist. And so she flipped the pillows over and came back a little while later, and sure enough, the other side was now moist. So these bearberries, here's a nice big patch of it here, really do a nice job of keeping in the moisture, keeping, things from getting too dry. And it also makes a nice air conditioner. On a hot day, when we first started working out here a few years ago, it was a day like today, and so we took a break in the shade, and we just laid down on this bearberry, and it was like having an air conditioner on our back. There was a nice breeze that was able to go through this, very sturdy, viney nature of the berries, of the bearberry, and it provided a nice little cooling effect. And it's like, oh, this is kind of nice. So the bearberries work as a little air conditioner for the soil, for the trees. And so wherever you see that, it's kind of nice to keep it and let the trees have a nice, cool environment that's going to hold some moisture for them. All right, so that's about it. Tomorrow we get it chipped, and then next week we'll move the tractor and start in another area. All right, thanks.